Start this video off with a disclaimer, but not my normal one. I need to modify it because it doesn't fit today. I'm not going to say something controversial. I'm going to say something that I think might be illegal, and your cognitive dissonance will still deactivate your critical thinking the moment that you feel triggered. Nobody's trying to offend you. If you find yourself upset, you're probably just scared. I had this dream about Kim Kardashian, and she was getting beat up real bad. I mean, her face was real bloody. People kept consistently kicking her in the ribcage, and I could not figure out what the fuck that meant. Some of y'all know when you wake up in the morning, you start automatically hearing audio in your head. Sometimes it's a song, and in between the BBL Drizzy that was playing in my head, I heard breach the security system. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So I start scrolling, and everybody's rehashing the Met Gala looks, and I see people saying, what the fuck is even the theme? Nobody was dressed to the theme. And I thought that the theme was Sleeping Beauty Reawakening Fashion, but it was actually The Garden of Time by J.G. Ballard, and I read that short story. Every celebrity in attendance was on theme because they were in attendance. Each one represents one of the crystal flowers in the Garden of Time. They are nothing but a distraction that pushes the masses back for a little bit, holds us over for a moment, because the only way for the actual wealthy people that run this planet to gauge where we're at is to see how we're interacting with the bread in circuses. We're burning the fucking circuses down because the moldy bread is making us sick. I keep seeing my mutuals and other large content creators saying they're experiencing this rage that makes them want to scream and makes them feel like they're going crazy because you're supposed to, babe. Y'all keep trying to figure out how to operate within the ethics that you've been conditioned to believe should be extended to people that do not operate with the consciousness. I know there's going to be people that are like, well, if we do what they do, then we're no better than them. It makes me think about Drake paying to have his bodyguard shot, allegedly. And I know some of y'all are going to be like, what does this have to do with anything? Because Drake is losing this battle, he needs to try and garner sympathy to make it seem like the other side has taken it too far. So anything that we do is going to be painted like we've taken it too far. The problem is we haven't taken it far enough because we're still fucking talking. We need to breach their security system. The first level of security is the celebrities that they use to distract us. They should not feel safe going home. There should be protesters sitting outside their gates. The Kardashian gentrifiers have a compound. They hate each other. The fuck would they want to live amongst each other for? Because they know something big is coming. It's a revolution that most of us want to win, which means you cannot try and spare your oppressor because they wouldn't think twice about eradicating you. At the end of the Garden of Time, after the mob had stormed the villa, they came to the realization that the luxury that Axel and his wife once lived in had already crumbled around them. And I think this is a narrative that they try and feed us hopelessness. What's the point in fighting? There's always a point in fighting. Do not let them discourage you. Become a little bit more patriotic. You know what that means.